Good morning students. In today's class we'll discuss about the reverse charge under GST. What is reverse charge? Reverse charge, in case of GST payment process, the supplier of the goods or services pays the tax on supply. In case of reverse charge, the receiver becomes liable to pay the tax. That is, the chargeability gets reversed. If we see in this diagram, the normal GST payment process, the supplier of goods or services supplied goods or services to receiver, and receiver paid the price of the goods or services and GST amount to supplier. Now supplier is paying GST to the government, but if reverse charge is applicable, in that case supplier of goods or services providing goods to the receiver, and receiver is paying only price of the goods or services to the supplier, and GST is paid by receiver to the government. So this is the process under reverse charge. Reverse charge applicability. There are some situations where reverse charge is applicable. The first situation where reverse charge will be applicable is supply from an unregistered dealer to a registered dealer. So if a supplier who is an unregistered dealer is supplying goods to a registered dealer, in that case instead of supplier, the receiver will be liable to pay tax. The registered dealer who has to pay GST under reverse charge has to do self-invoicing for the purchase made. For interstate purchases, the buyer has to pay IGST. For intra-state purchased, CGST and SGST to be paid under reverse charge mechanism by the purchaser. So first situation where supplier is an unregistered person. The second situation where reverse charge will be applicable is services through an e-commerce operator. If an e-commerce operator supplies services, then reverse charge will be applicable to the e-commerce operator. E-commerce operator will be liable to pay GST. For example, Urban Clay provide services of plumbers, electricians, teachers, beauticians. Urban Clap is liable to pay GST and collect it from the customers instead of the registered service provider. If the e-commerce operator does not have a physical presence in the taxable territory, then a person representing such electronic commerce operator for any person will be liable to pay tax. If there is no representative, the operator will appoint a representative who will held be liable for paying GST. There are some list of goods and services specified by Central Board of Excise and Custom where reverse charge will be applicable. First we are discussing about list of goods where reverse charge will be applicable. In case of supply of cashew nuts not shelled or peeled, here the goods are supplied by the agriculturist, but the supplier of the goods will not be liable to pay GST. Instead of supplier, the recipient of supply will be liable to pay GST. In case of BD wrapper leaves, that is tendu leaves, tobacco leaves, silk yarn and supply of lottery, in all cases the reverse charge mechanism will be applicable, and the person who is supplying these goods will not be liable to pay GST. Instead of the supplier, the recipient of the goods will be liable to pay GST. In case of supply of lottery, the lottery distributor or selling agent will be liable to pay GST. Now, in case of services, there are some services where reverse charge mechanism will be applicable and the service provider will not be liable to pay GST. The first services provided by a person in a non-taxable territory. If the service provider is in a non-taxable territory, in this case the recipient of supply who is liable to pay under reverse charge. In case of transport of goods by road, The service provider is goods transport agency, but goods transport agency is not liable to pay GST. The recipient of supply will be liable to pay GST. In case of legal services, in case of services provided by an arbitral tribunal, sponsorship services, services provided by government or local authority, excluding the services related to renting of immovable property, postal services, insurance agency services, services provided to an aircraft or ship in an airport or port, and transport of goods and passengers. These all services are under reverse charge mechanism. Apart from these services, some more services like services offered by a director or corporate body to their own company, services of an insurance agent, services of recovery agent, transport of goods by a vessel from overseas to a custom office in India, transfer or giving permission to copyright content, taxi services provided through an e-commerce operator. In all these cases, the service provider will not be liable to pay GST. Instead of service provider, the recipient or the registered taxable person will be liable to pay GST. In to claim in case of reverse charge mechanism applicability, there are some requirements. The first requirement, the recipient of goods or services must be registered under GST. Second, every registered business owner should maintain accurate records of supply that would incur reverse charge. Wherever reverse charge applies, the supplier must clearly mention on the invoice that the tax payable for that specific transaction is through reverse charge. Similarly, the same should be mentioned on the receipt voucher and refund vouchers. Even in case of advance paid on supply, the reverse charge is taxable under GST. The taxpayer making advance payment should pay tax on reverse charge basis. These are the requirements under reverse charge mechanism. Now, in case of input tax credit on reverse charge, input tax credit can be claimed by the buyer as long as they use the goods and services they bought on reverse charge basis for business purposes only. It means that the goods which are purchased by the recipient, if he is using goods for business purpose, then only he can claim input tax credit on the amount paid as a tax. Also, a supplier can't claim ITC on tax paid on goods and services that were used to make supply that incur reverse charge. Under reverse charge mechanism, self-invoicing is done when a business owner purchases supply from an unregistered supplier. This is done as the unregistered supplier can't issue a tax invoice. Exemption under reverse charge. A registered business owner is exempted from paying GST through reverse charge on intra-state purchases from unregistered seller as long as the total value of supply received per day is less than equal to 5,000 rupees. Means that a registered business owner is exempted from paying GST through reverse charge on intra-state purchases if he is purchasing goods from the unregistered seller and the total value of supply received per day is less than or equal to 5,000 rupees. So it's all about reverse charge mechanism. Now we'll discuss about composition scheme. Composition levy. This is defined under section 10. What is composition scheme or composition levy? It is a type of indirect tax in order to provide a comfort to the assessee from complying with the requirement of paying tax on the value addition by maintaining the details of inputs and outputs. An option is provided to the assessee to opt for put together scheme to provide relief to small taxpayers or those taxpayers who does not want to maintain details of inputs outputs, an option is also provided to them. They can opt for composition levy. The objective of the scheme is to bring simplicity and to reduce compliance cost for small taxpayers. Any taxpayer whose aggregate turnover does not exceed 1.5 crores during a financial year, in case of special category states, does not exceed rupees 75 lakhs, is eligible to opt for composition scheme. If we compare the composition dealer and normal dealer while calculating the tax amount, in case of normal taxpayer, from output GST he can claim input tax credit, and from on remaining net amount he pay GST at normal rates. And in case of normal taxpayer, both interstate and intrastate sales are included. In case of composition dealer, the output GST, the GST is payable on turnover and he can't claim input tax credit, and the rate of GST is also lower compared to normal dealer. And composition scheme can include only local sales, or we can say intra-state sales. Now, what do you mean by aggregate turnover here? Since we are saying that turnover should not exceed 1.5 crore, so how we can calculate aggregate turnover? While calculating aggregate turnover, all kinds of supplies, either taxable supplies, exempt supply, export, interstate supply of person having same PAN number, so all types of supply will be included, but will not include any type of GST. What are the advantages of composition scheme? The rates of taxes lower compared to normal rates of GST. Second, it's a hassle-free, simple process for taxpayers. Third, the calculations are simple and based on turnover. And in case of composition dealer, he can submit quarterly return instead of monthly return. The rates of GST in case of composition dealer, for trader and manufacturer it is 1%, for restaurants not serving alcohol 5%, and remaining other services it is 6%. And in case of the composition dealer, no ITC will be available. No input tax credit can be claimed by the composition dealer. There were some amendments to composition scheme. As per CGST Amendment Act 2018, a composition dealer can also supply services to an extent of 10% of turnover or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher. This amendment will be applicable from 1st Feb 2019. CBIC also increased the limit for composition dealer from 1 crore to 1.5 crore. Then, according to 32nd GST Council meeting held on 10th January 2019, service providers can also opt for composition tax scheme, and the government has set the threshold turnover for service provider at 50 lakhs to be eligible for this scheme. Conditions, if we go through this concluding chart, first, aggregate turnover. If the taxpayer's aggregate turnover does not exceed 1.5 crore or 75 lakhs in case of category states, he can opt for composition scheme. Tax is not collected from recipient of supply. Composition dealer will not collect tax from the recipient. Input tax credit can't be availed by the composition dealer, and Composition scheme, if availed, shall include all registered person having same PAN number. In case of composition scheme, the non-eligible supplies are supplier of goods which are not taxable under any type of GST, supplier of interstate outward supplies of goods, person supplying goods through an electronic commerce operator, and manufacturer of certain goods as may be notified by the government. These category of persons can't opt for composition scheme. There are some restrictions related to composition scheme. First, the registered person should neither be a casual taxable person nor a non-resident taxable person. He should not purchase stock from any unregistered supplier. If he is liable to pay GST under reverse charge, he shall pay tax under reverse charge basis on inward supplies. He should not engage in the manufacture of notified goods. Composition taxable person not eligible to collect tax on supply should mention at the top of the bill, and composition taxable person word should be prominent on his business premises. Thank you very much. This is all about composition scheme.